Hey guys, thanks for waiting. Vixen After Dark is in the building. You guys, we have Venus retrograding. It started on March 2nd. It's happening all the way until April 13th. And then it's going to go into Pisces, okay? Then we have Mercury retrograde, which is happening on March 15th, all the way up until April 7th. So we have a double whammy happening, okay? Venus retrograding Aries during Pisces season. We're going to talk about all of the tea. We're going to go into some deep astrology break. I'm going to do real, raw, relatable. I'm also going to talk about, we're going to get the basics on this energy. Chiron and Mercury are also in the sign of Aries, so I'll talk about that. And also how we can move towards your desired reality using all of this energy, how to make this energy work for you. And then I will definitely break down, we'll talk a little bit about Mercury retrograde, give you a little tea on that. And then we will dive deep into each rising sign, all the way from Aries to Pisces. Everything will be timestamped at the end of the video, you guys, so you can refer back to it. And so let's get into charts. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. You can take notes if you wish. This is literally what's going down. So let me move over. Okay. So we're going to get into setting this energy. So let's go ahead and check it out. We have Venus 10 degrees in the sign of Aries right here, okay, which is retrograde. Right. As you can see, you have Mercury in Aries, okay, and that's 6 degrees right here. We also have Chiron, which is 20 degrees. So we have a lot of water and a lot of fire playing out, as you can see. I did do a quick little snippet video. I do want to dive a little bit deeper on the whole parade all lined up. So we'll dive into that a little bit later. So let's break this down, okay? We are deep in Pisces season. This is happening. Just FYI. So you might already be feeling the shift. Okay? Old workers might be popping up. Your support might be getting tested. Your relationship, money might even get a reality check because this is Venus energy. It's love and money. But listen, this ain't just random planetary drama. This is a reset. Take it as a course correction. So if you move right, this can be a major blow up for you. Period. Okay. Now, I love this Venus retrograde energy because let's talk about it. We're going to go back to the basics a little bit. So I'm going to go back to the chart. I'll show you. You can always go to retrograde planets. All right. Now, first off, what even is a Venus retrograde, right? If you guys are new to the game here. Venus runs the show when it comes to love, relationships, money, beauty, self-worth. So normally when Venus is direct, these things flow naturally, okay? But when it hits retrograde, it's like the universe throwing you into love and money intervention, okay? You don't just get to move autopilot anymore. You gotta stop and ask yourself, am I chasing something for me? Do I value what I've been fighting for? Am I moving from confidence or am I insecure? Now, what makes this even spicier is that it's happening in Aries. Okay. So, you know, let's talk Aries energy. Aries energy is bold, you guys. It's very impulsive. It's Aries energy is all about me, right? Sign does not wait around for nobody. It wants action. Okay, it wants instant gratification as well. So, but when Venus goes retrograde here, the energy gets flipped. So instead of rushing forward, you're being forced to pause, right? And then look at your past behaviors in love, money, and self worth. So the things you usually chase without thinking, you're about to get a wake up call on why you chase it. What does this mean for you? Old relationships or exes hitting you up, but just old relationship patterns that could be playing out again. Patterns, behavior, thoughts. Money lessons might be getting very common. Okay. Are you spending based on confidence or insecurity? So here's where also your self-worth checks come in. Okay. Do you define yourself by external validation? By the way you look? Because remember, the planet Venus, here comes Venus coming, right? Here comes beauty, aesthetics, right? Also your status, okay? Attention, your attention is currency. So where is your attention going? Because wherever your attention goes, energy flows with that. So what do you want to watch out for? Well, making impulsive decisions in love and money. So this is where you slow down. If you do have to sign contracts, you want to cross all your T's and dot all your I's. Don't even look at that message that someone from the past sent you if it's not going to be relevant in your desired reality. Some people may get triggered by rejection because you have Aries energy. Aries does not like to be told no, okay? But sometimes no is divine protection. A lot of restlessness in relationships, this energy can really make you want to act reckless. Let me tell you. But you have to sit there and think twice before just blowing up a good thing. Okay. Let's kind of move back to, I want to show you uh, the planet situation here because right now Chiron and Mercury's is in Aries. And why does all this matter? Well, here's the crazy stellium that's playing out. This is a stellium, 3 planets here. Mercury, thoughts, communication, Venus, love and money. You have Chiron, the wound healer, okay? Healing all your wounds. And remember, healing is a lifetime journey. So you have to enjoy the journey no matter how hard it is, the ups and downs, it's all worth it, right? So let's check this out. So with Chiron is 20 degrees. Oh, excuse me. Chiron's been baking in here for a minute. Okay. This adds new layers, okay, to the Venus retrograde energy. Chiron is a healer. It's going to show us our deepest insecurities and the places that we were hurt the most. And when it's Aries, this is all about self-worth, confidence, and your identity. So what does this mean, Tisha? Well, if you ever felt like you have to prove yourself to be worthy, these wounds are coming up, okay? If you struggle with asserting yourself, the universe is going to test you. If you've been afraid to take up space, now is the time to face that fear. And then when you throw Mercury and Aries into the mix, we get another layer of fast, unfiltered, okay, communication. How is this all going to play out? Well, like I said, there could be people speaking recklessly, or that could be you, or someone else might pop off without thinking, because that's that fire energy. So maybe people can feel extra defensive, but you got to watch out for unnecessary arguments, but also use certain opportunities to really speak your truth. But you got to do it with clarity and not just heat. So let's kind of talk about what to be mindful for with the stellium that's playing out. Not everything needs a reaction. Okay. Aries energy makes you want to fight, but you got to choose your battles. Don't look at me like you have to use this as a chance to really rewrite your own stories. I'm giving you guys a few plays on where you can sit there in a quiet space, write down any past wounds, right? And since everything's happening all at once, past, present, future, You can write down one of your wounds and go back. Write down how you want to rewrite how everything played out. You have that one story, right? But we're going to take away that old story. And I've done this plenty of times and it truly works. Okay. I want to say butter or Joe Dispenza, one of them. You take that situation, okay, as you're, let's say you're a child or something like that, or maybe this was like 5, 10 years ago, whatever it may be, and you take your higher self where you're at now, okay, and speak to yourself as if you're in that situation, being that soothing, comfort, supportive space, and then what it did, you want to rewrite how it actually played out. Once you rewrite how it played out, you wanna visualize all this while it's happening, okay? And you wanna do this until you feel comfortable, until you feel like it's been resolved. Once you do that, I recommend doing it at night before you rest. It might be a little bit difficult because sometimes you may feel an emotion from that, but if you rewrite the script on whoever was involved in there of that particular person, instead of them being, let's say, they were mean, they were nice, they hugged you and said they loved you. Once you rewrite that, I kid you not, whatever script you gave to that person, they will switch to a whole new person in your timeline today. Like literally. The next day, you're gonna be like, "What is this?" Like, they're gonna be a whole new version because you rewrote your past, okay? And it's going to where you're at now. This energy goes like this. So this is where you can begin to evolve. So that's a little side note. Now, instead of reacting out old wounds, you want to step back and ask yourself, is this who I want to be? And a lot of times we always hear people, talking about like, a lot of spiritualists, uh, that like mindset coaches and things of that nature. We always talk about this story. I was broke, I was homeless, I was this, I was that. So we want to get away from telling ourselves these old stories. We want to just rewrite your history altogether. It's kind of like starting fresh. And in the retrograde energy, this is where you want to do it. Trust me, this works. That's why I want to kind of move to towards this is how this helps you move towards your desired reality. Okay. So let's break this down in realistic steps. Let me give you tangible and intangible. Write this down. Make one clear financial move right now if you are going to manifest money or something, right? Save, invest, budget better. That's what you can do physically with that Aries energy. If you want to have a love relationship, I would say set a boundary in love or relationships, even friendships, whatever that may be, business partnerships, situationships, IP ships, whatever ships you're sailing, and make sure you're not settling for crumbs. You can take physical action towards any goals. Apply yourself, show up for yourself, start something. Okay. Now, the intangible way to do these things is your mindset and energy should be shifting while you're doing all of this. So, what you want to do is rewrite a limiting belief that you have. For example, I am worthy of love without proving myself. Boom, that's one. And you put your emotional conviction behind it. A lot of people do something, it's called, I forgot the specific name. It's like raging manifestation. It's like you're yelling, screaming, and you're adding your emotion to it. And this is where you also want to practice embodying being confident about doing this because Aries energy is very confident when healthy. uh, so once you do that, you also want to tie in maybe meditate or sit in a quiet space, visualize all of this, get very intentional about the energy that you put out. All of these things wrapped into one will walk you through your desired timeline. Now, you might want to rewind that, write it down, think about it really slow, what I just said, and say it out loud to yourself, all of these steps, tangible and intangible. Okay. And then once you do all of that, you continue to do that until it's playing out for your desired outcome. It'll play out. Trust me, it'll play out in front of you. You manifest all the time, but this is how you manifest something specific, okay? Now, how do we make this energy besides all of that, right? For example, if you're an Aries rising, this is hitting your first house, so you would be the main character. So if you're a Libra rising, then this is about relationships. So let's keep going. This ain't just a rough transit. It's really a chance to get your life in alignment. So once you slow down and move with intention, stop settling for what drains you, and you check your patterns. Like, are you repeating or are you evolving? And this is really hard. It's not easy, trust me. Like, I'm literally a part of all of this, you guys. So here's some homework. You can journal, where in your life have you been chasing something that's not serving you? Where are you putting your attention on? Where's your energy flowing? What are you focusing on? If you focus on, of course, a negative situation, what are you going to get out of it, right? And we all know these things, but we don't really pay attention as we're going through our daily activities. So you can easily get tripped up. Trust me, I get pissed off. I get tripped up myself. I do this. We're not robots. We're not perfect. But if you set one real intentional goal that aligns with your highest self, this is where you can really watch how you communicate with Green Aries. Be real, mindful. Okay, this energy ain't playing, so don't play with yourself. Okay, you really have the power to be different, heal some old wounds, and actually create a life that actually fulfills. Okay, now I do want to discuss the Mercury retrograde that's happening all at the same time with Venus as well, because this can be a massive personal upgrade. But if you ignore the signs, you know, the universe is going to slap you with the same old lessons and you'll be living in a cycle. If you allow the external world to affect you internally, it's literally like your ego controlling you. So you have to learn to master your ego. Okay? Now, let me look at these aspects. Because to top it off, Chiron's here too, right? So we're not only talking love and money, we're also deep healing. We need to do what's called an identity shift. Now, with these aspects here, we got a lot going on. I can go in daily. You should check this chart daily for the aspects. Squares, we don't get bad to all these aspects that are coming out. Since we're talking about Mercury, we're talking about Venus. Venus is having a sextile with Jupiter, which is very helpful. Okay. Jupiter is huge for, low-key like the planet of luck, things of that nature. So this will actually help you and assist you. He gives energy to assist you with walking inside reality. Okay. This ain't light work. This ain't light work. Okay. When you start moving with intention, you know, I'm gonna say don't take life serious, but then you gotta kind of take it serious because you're intentionally moving, right? You're intentionally watching, thinking about how you're reacting or responding. You want to make sure you're responding and not acting. So that's paying attention, right? Really paying attention. Attention is your currency. So you can come out of this retrograde energy a whole new you. Venus retrograde, a review of love, money, and self worth. Boom. Take Chiron and Aries, the deep wounds that have been holding you back from that glow up that's waiting. Everything is right here waiting. So I'm going to break this down house by house after I talk about this Mercury retrograde that's happening. Not house by house, rising sign by rising sign. Aries, Pisces, but this Mercury retrograde, Venus backtracking into Aries, Mercury retrograde, hit in reverse. It's like the universe flipped the Uno card on all of us. So lots of financial wake-up calls, old security insecurities creeping back. When you catch yourself being insecure about something, that means that's something for you to work on. That's an opportunity for you to just finally release, let go, and remove. Because when you keep it there, it's creating fear, doubt, and that's what's stopping you from manifesting the desired outcome. Hey, Lavon, what's going on? Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So, you know, together it's giving, "Oh, why did I just send that text?" Or, "Why did I just say that?" That's the energy that we're in. That's because Aries is, like, really hanging out. And then you have the Pisces, which is very sentimental, very emotional, uh, very empathetic. So you might be fire hot one day, and you might be like, "Oh, man," all yummy the next. Because Mercury representation, technology, travel glitches, whatever you need, texting the wrong person, you know, wrong email to somebody saying you didn't mean. Misunderstandings can happen left and right. So give yourself grace as you move life. And it's easier if you just focus on the present moment. It'll make things lighter if you just focus on what's happening right then and there. Happened like an hour ago or 3 months ago or a year ago or 10 years instead of even focusing on it because you don't know how it's going to manifest. It's just gonna come, right? So focusing on the present makes it your window a little bit smaller, which is a little bit more attainable. Now, it's not the time to be reckless during a retrograde. If you feel the urge to sign a contract, gosh, these are your eyes. If you're making huge, big love money decisions, read everything twice, think before you speak, and do not let your feelings talk you into some dumb shit that you're gonna regret in 2 weeks. Because we also have the post shadow energy that plays out as well. I'm well, how are you? So how do you move smart? Mercury's conjunct Venus, which is great, so that's assistance. It's also conjuncting with Neptune. Neptune's in Pisces. We also sextile with Pluto, which is in Aquarius. So that's also helping. Remember, Pluto's about power, honey, so you can really make some power with your words. You can use that Mercury sextile Pluto energy, power and emotional conviction that you're speaking and the things that you're thinking right now. So take nothing at face value. Remember, the 3D world is already played out. It's old thoughts that are coming to the forefront. So take it at face value. Even if people are lying to themselves, okay, Mercury retrograde will have you hitting send. Not your downfall. If it texts you up, don't lie. They got the boot first. Fun moves. It's totally up to you. If you want to wait, too much energy chaotic until you seek clarity. Like I said, being quiet or alone, having some time where you're just not talking and you're silent, you're just figuring out all of your other will help you to make better decisions, whether it's about money, relationships, okay? So it's gonna be all right. Yes, our patience tested with this energy you have, but just make sure that you move slow, stay aware, and don't let any past events trick you into repeating any old cycles. So rewrite the story for yourself. Are you still going to tell that old story about how, this happened to you, happened to you, all these sad sobbing stories? No, rewrite that. You don't have to relive that over and over and over again. Anytime somebody says, "Where did you come from and who are you?" How are you going to remember yourself? So let's kind of dive. I want to help you guys out. Um, let's just go into all of the rising signs. So we know your rising sign. Okay, so let me pull up the wheel because that is going to help us see where everything is. Here we go. Okay, so Aries rising with Venus retrograding. We also have Chiron here, remember, in your sign, Aries rising. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Um, and Mercury, right? So when it's in the first house, it's literally screaming, "Who the fuck are you really?" Okay, like this is the energy. All right. So Venus retrograding in the first house. Remember, it's all about identity, self-image, and your presence. So basically, you're rebranding yourself, or you could be if you energy correctly. You know, maybe you're a person that you felt like you weren't seen before. You know, no one knew who you really were. You were in the background because you had old insecurities about your looks, your presence, and how you take up space. Maybe old past relationships, you know, a person reflecting back on your self-worth. How do you treat you? So this is where you can use that Chiron energy hitting hard in the I am zone. You heal the identity wounds, you know, that's keeping you from stepping into your power. Where have you let other people define who you are? No, you know who you are. Have you been dimming your light to make others feel comfortable? Do you really truly believe you deserve to take up space? I would actually, if I were you, first house rising, I would assume feeling powerful, charismatic, secure, confident, all that very shit. And then visualize the new you every single day. Close your eyes, see yourself as that. Be that. Be that bold, fearless, confident version of you. Like feel it in your body. Like, you gotta feel it. Like wear what you want to wear, dress how you want to dress, make the decisions how you want to do them. Change your wardrobe, update your look, do something dramatic. Do it for self love and do it for yourself, not from insecurity. Because why? You're going to keep continuing to receive an insecure piece of reality, right? So I wouldn't play it small here, you know, and only you need to validate yourself. Because if you look for outside validation, you're losing your own power. Okay? But don't forget, once in the first house, too, this is where people can say cocky versus confident. Which one are you? Right? So you might react impulsively. You know, this can even be like chopping your hair, changing your whole style without actually addressing anything. I would address your inner wounds while Chiron is here. Okay. Now, you might feel restless as fuck because it's all about you. It's in the first house. So if you don't do the inner work, then no outer changes will feel like enough ever. Let's kind of move on. We're going to go to Taurus rising. So, Taurus rising, this is actually going to be happening in your um, 12th house. This is a Pisces house. So, I would say heal or repeat the cycle over and again. Which one do you want to do? Okay. There's some hidden wounds or subconscious fears or some type of karma that you may come face to face with on a soul level. Okay. Past love wounds might creep into your dreams and your thoughts, feeling like you're repeating the same relationship cycles. Maybe you're realizing that you have been blocking your own blessings without even knowing it. So take that Chiron energy in Aries and use it to really push, like force you to face those hidden fears about being seen or unworthy. You know, you've been hiding from your own. What subconscious beliefs about love, money, and self worth are you holding back? Have you been playing, I don't need anyone, you know, out of fear? Okay, so what I to do is reprogram your subconscious before bed. Like affirm, I'm worthy of love and success. Meditate on releasing those versions of yourself, seeing you emerge from that pain, rewrite stories. This is where you can physically detox from people, places, and things, habits, anything that drains you. I would go maybe even on a solo retreat, journal, get some clarity, okay? Because if not, guess what's going to happen? You're going to keep attracting the same toxic cycles when it comes to love and money. You might even also numb yourself with any type of distractions or numb yourself from even doing the healing work. This is where you'll feel stuck in a loop, like you can't break free from the old version of yourself. That's how you'll know that you're repeating the same cycle. Okay? Moving on, Gemini rising. Gemini rising. So this is going to play out in your 11th house. Okay, this is an Aquarius house. So your circle is shifting. The circle is shifting. That means your relationships, situationships, business partnerships, friendships, best friendships, and long-term vision might be under review. You might have fake friendships be exposed. You might even feel disconnected from your crew, like you just kind of like want to hang out with some new people or meet new people, a new group of people, or you could just be solo dolo. You might even start realizing in this retrograde that some of your dreams were based on who you used to be, not who you're becoming now. So use Chiron, okay, to hit your friendships and visibly heal those wounds. And ask yourself, do you feel like you have to prove yourself to be accepted in your circles? Have you been watering yourself down? You know how you be hanging out with people and they be like, "Oh, you're too much. Calm down," or "Don't say anything," or "No, don't do that. Don't do this." You know, are you watering yourself down when you're even speaking to people? Okay, you know, are you scared of stepping into your full power because you might lose somebody? So those are questions that I would ask if this was in, you know, my 11th house. Okay. And then what you want to do is just assume the energy of already being in a circle of people who match your highest self. Then you want to visualize that energy, daily. See yourself surrounded by people that are in alignment with you, that are on the same frequency as you. This is where opportunities can come in as well. This is like a networking thing too when it's in the 11th house. Cut dead weight. Unfollow. Unfriend. Who cares? Remember, this where it's all you, baby. It's your movie. You're the main character. Detach from anyone who's not pouring into you. Okay? Because when you don't ride this wave, you might stay in those circles, keep playing small. You're gonna align with people that, you can't even grow with. You might be the smartest person in the group. You might get caught up in drama or petty social conflicts instead of focusing on your own elevation. And then that's gonna disconnect you from your purpose because you're trying to fit into old spaces that you've outgrown. Okay? That's a whole word. Let's move along. Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, uh, so this appears to be playing out in your 10th house. Okay, so we all know what 10th house energy is. Your 10th house energy, honey, this is your public image and your career. This is all under review right now during this retrograde. Okay, so if you've been unsure about your life path, maybe your work situation or how people perceive you, this is where the spotlight is on right now for you. Okay, maybe you've been feeling unseen or undervalued at your job, your boss, or your coworkers, they don't appreciate you. So you could be questioning if your current job or your public image actually aligns with the person that you're trying to become. Past career opportunities might resurface. You're gonna be like, dang, should I take them? Should I go back? You know, is this a test? So use that Chiron energy and really press on those wounds around how do you see success? What is your definition of success? Okay. Do you feel like you constantly always have to prove yourself to other people? Are you scared to step in any type of leadership roles because of past failure or criticism that you received? Have you been playing small, afraid to really claim your spot at the top? So to make a power move here, I would definitely just feel like assume the feeling of already being seen, respected, successful. Okay, you walk into a room like you belong there. Visualize yourself just diving in whatever career or you know or whatever business. See it, feel it, act like it's already happening. Okay, and physically, what you can be doing while you're creating this world of update your resume, refine your personal brand, only accept opportunities that match your work. Okay, because if not, guess what? Here's the loop. You're gonna be stuck at the job. You're not fulfilled that. You hate it. You're gonna hate waking up going to it. You're gonna let fear and judgment stop you from putting yourself out there. You're gonna keep grinding, working real hard for money when you don't have to do that. That's what we kept hearing our lives, but that's really not true. You have to work hard for anything. Okay? You just have to believe in yourself. There's a book. What is it? Give this book called The Magic of Belief. Oh, it does wonders. So make sure that you're doing things that truly align with your soul. Okay? Leo rising. Leo rising. So Leo rising, this is happening in your ninth house. Okay, this is happening in your ninth house. So your beliefs, your philosophy, everything could be evolving right now. And your whole worldview could be shifting. What you used to believe, you no longer believe. It can be wiped out. Or it's just not cutting it for you anymore. It doesn't make sense anymore. You're probably diving deep into esoteric information, science, metaphysics, whatever. You're really trying to dig up the roots, find answers and solutions and make sense of everything right now. Because you can possibly be feeling disconnected from your old beliefs, traditions, from your family, ways of thinking that you once swore by. You might be questioning all that. You literally might be questioning, your life path. You might want to go towards a new direction, a new career. You might want to learn that. That dig a little bit deeper into spirituality. If you're traveling, to go see other worlds or to view other things, you might be doing that. You might have a lot of big opportunities might be delayed because you might be rethinking retrograde energy. All the Marie words, right? You might be second. So what I would do is I would take that Chiron energy because Chiron's going to expand beyond your comfort zone. So really just ask yourself, let go of what you've been taught to believe this whole time. You feel like you have to stick to a certain path, like go to school, get a degree, white picket fence, get married, go be a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, what were you told? Because if that no longer excites you, maybe there's something else worse. Is it fear of the unknown stopping you from taking the leap? So, what I would do is playing out your ninth house. I would assume the energy of already being confident, just thriving in your new beliefs. Like no one telling you how to move, shake, and jive, okay? And really meditate on your next level, seeing yourself living that expansive fulfilling life, okay? Physically, what you can do right now is go read, go travel, take a class, expose yourself to new ways because if not, you're just going to stay stuck in outdated beliefs that limit your whole entire potential. You might even resist change, even though your soul craving growth right now in the ninth house. You might miss some opportunities for expansion because you're scared to take a chance. Ooh, Virgo rising. So, Virgo, this is happening for you. Those ads just kill. Okay, let's close it out. So, Virgo, this is happening in your eighth house. This is deep transformation and shadow work. Whew. This is a house of transformation, shared resources, intimate partnerships, or intimacy within yourself. Okay, this is deep healing. This transit is not. This is a Scorpio house. This is not surface level. Okay, it's exposing what's been hiding in the shadows. So, you know, issues around trust and relationships. Are you truly open? Are you holding back? You know, there could be some financial shifts because it is a shared resource house. So, is there any debts, inheritances, uh, any shared resources like coming into your focus right now? Any emotional baggage are you forced to, what are you forced to face? Or what have you been waiting is going to like come back? So, use that Chiron will activate that trust, that power. So you want to ask yourself, do you let people in or do you push them away? Is it because of fear? You know, are you scared of fully stepping into your power because it means shedding old versions of you? A lot of people don't like to leave their old version of they really don't. You could tell. Like, for example, if you walk in a store, like, or your old town or where you live, and you see somebody from high school look exactly the same. Like, they just didn't change. Like, they just maybe now bring someone beverage or something like that. Like, they had to stick they just wanted to stick with their old identity and never wanted to change. That's the hardest thing for people. So, ask yourself, are you scared to really fully step into your own power? Okay. Is money or intimacy, are you struggling with that because of past traumas? So, what I would do in this house, I would visualize yourself emotionally, financially, spiritually abundant. Own your power, okay? Work on any subconscious blocks. And this is for anybody. When you learn about the subconscious, oh my God, it just flips your whole. I don't know, sometimes it's like I know too much now, but learn about the subconscious mind. Okay? Work on subconscious blocks in this house specifically as well. This is a perfect energy to utilize that. When you work with specific things, when certain houses play out, that means it's going to be a little bit easier to do it because it's in that house. So, what stories about money, intimacy, or transformation are you holding back? Now, physically, what you can do is, cry it out, punch a pillow, clear out any old emotional gunk that financial clutter, you pay, you have bills that you're supposed to, catch up on, whatever it is. And also set boundaries. Okay, find ways to really protect your peace once in the ethos. Because if not, guess what's going to happen? You're going to keep attracting relationships, money situations that's going to drain you. You might feel stuck, in having trust issues, never allowing any true intimacy or abundance to come in. So you may resist the transformation that your soul is truly for. Let's check about let's check on Libra rising. So rising, this is going to be in your seventh house. Okay. So seventh house, we all know it's relationships, right? Relationships are going to get a reality check, Libra. It's happening. Okay. Now, this could be partnerships. This could be even commitments. Let's say if your love life has been on autopilot, this transit will shake shit up. Okay, what's coming up? Yeah, maybe exes, maybe just old relationship patterns, so that could be resurfaced. Doesn't have to be an ex. realizing where you've been settling in love or business partnerships, relationship dynamics can be shifting. Like, are you really on the same page? Are you on the same frequency? So I would take Chiron and Aries because it's going to expose your wounds around partnerships and your self worth, right? So, are you choosing partners from a place of confidence or insecurity? Have you been sacrificing just too much just to keep the peace? Do you truly really believe that you deserve fulfilling love? Sometimes we just really don't sit down and ask ourselves these questions. Okay. So if this was in my house, okay, in seventh house, you have to just sit there and really assume and feel the energy of already being in your ideal relationship or having that ideal dynamic of a business partnership, whatever ship you're sailing, and feel it as real. Maybe visualize the love that you want, healthy, equal, responsible, passionate, whatever it may be. Show up as that for yourself and show up as if it's already yours. Now, basically, what you can really do is cut off any draining connections. You will know who's draining. Probably already know. Okay. Your communications, Mercury's and Aries, it needs to be very clear, very black and white. And you have to remember to choose you first. You love yourself first. I know this sounds so cliche. The harder you love on yourself, the more love from your outside world you're going to receive towards you. Mirror work works. Because if you don't do any of this, you're going to keep entertaining these half assed connections. And you're going to let fear of being alone keep you stuck in situationships. And you might even just avoid necessary relationship changes. And that what that does is it builds tons of resentment, and that's not good. Next, what do we get? We have Scorpio rising. All right, Scorpio rising. Where are we at with you? Okay, this is going to play out in your sixth house. So, your daily routine and your wellness are under review. Remember, this is about health, your habits, and your work routines. So, during this retrograde, if you've been neglecting self care, running on fumes, stuck in a toxic work grind, this transit is definitely checking you. Kudos to you if you've been on your game. Okay. Now, what may come up, sometimes you might feel a little bit overworked. You might be doing things and you may feel under. You might even just feel tired as fuck. You just might be drained. Like you might just like do a quick 4 hour, 8 hours, or 2 hour, whatever. You just feel tired because it's in this house. Okay, your body physically. This is a Virgo house. So, oh, health or stress related issues might cause a flare up. Aries. And remember, whatever your body is feeling, pay attention to your body talks to you. So, what I would do in this house, use that Chiron in Aries because it's going to expose, there's going to be situations at work or if you own your own business, and you're going to be asking yourself, are you worthy? It's gonna question, like, or Chiron's gonna expose your worthiness. Do you deserve to get X, Y, and Z? Do you deserve to be treated X, Y, and Z? Okay, in work and even self care. Like, do you think you have to overwork yourself to prove your value? Yeah. Have you been neglecting your body or ignoring any signals it's sending you? Like, checking on any pains or things going on? Are you stuck in habits that actually hold you back? So when it's in the sixth house and things are retrograding, health, I always say number one, health is right. If you can't really do shit. So hopefully you're working on that aspect of it, eating right or make sure you're hydrating yourself or paying attention to what you do, right? So see yourself as somebody like, I'm healthy, I'm thriving. Just I'm so balanced. Like keep telling you that. Meditate on the feeling of being energized, focused, and in your work. You see your value. If you see it, you believe it, and you give people a script and they will see it and they will believe it. So let your mind create your reality first. Physically, what you can do is hopefully boundaries at work. Hopefully you're prioritizing your health. Hopefully you're detoxing any toxic habits that aren't healthy for you. So clearly, if you don't work on these things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get burned out. You're going to be tired. And you're wondering why you never feel good, why you never have any energy. You're going to keep pushing yourself until you're stressed out instead of actually fixing the root issue. Okay. So try not to ignore any signs. Okay. Because if you do ignore those signs, then boom, you may have a full blown crisis to deal with health bill that you do not want to pay for. Okay. So Sag rising. This is happening in your fifth house. So we all know this is a Leo house. So this is love. This is pleasure. This is passion. This is a fun house. But it's all under review right now. Okay. Your romance, your creativity, how you express yourself. So, for example, if you feel like your love life has been dry, your creativity, you know, has that been blocked or not? Or have you forgot to have fun? Yeah. Did you forget how to have fun? So this transit is just gonna wake you up in that aspect, ex-lovers or old flings might reappear. You might even be tempted, okay? You know, you might during the retrograde when it's going backwards, you just kind of disconnect with being creative, being creative. You might be questioning your love life, your passion. And you might just be going emotions. So what I would do is use Chiron energy in Aries. It's gonna hit wounds of self-expression and what are some joy back? Like you need to earn the right to enjoy life? No. Have you been suppressing your creativity because somebody cheated you? Are you holding back in love because of a past heartbreak that happened? So these are the questions that you ask yourself. So what you really do to get into your desired outcome is just feel the energy of the person who lives fully like you create like crazy. You know, play it like it's already yours. Visualize yourself, in love with life, being passionate, romantic, and just joyful and just flowing, right? So physically what you can do while you're creating up here, pick up an old hobby that or a passion project that's just collecting dust. Okay. Go on dates. Go meet new people. Do something that just ignites your soul. Because if you don't try and do something different, you're gonna stay the same, of course, right? You're gonna stay in that cycle of I'll be happy when, and that's just gonna put a bridge in that gap, and everything's gonna happen a little bit slower. Instead of just enjoying, being happy now. Okay, you might just keep blocking yourself from that love, or block yourself from finishing that passion project. Block yourself from being creative. You might feel like something's missing, but in order to actually find it, well, you gotta take some action in order to see this, right? Think you can't just like think in your mind something without taking any I hope nobody believes whoever tells you that, you can just sit there and just do nothing, unfollow. Capricorn rising. So this is happening in your fourth house, okay? This is a Cancer house. So, Cap Rising, your home and your roots are getting a reset. So, this is like family, this is your security, support, safety, stability, your foundation, your inner stability, okay? Family dynamics, living situation, your emotional foundation might feel a little shaky. This transit is putting all of that on the table. So, what could be coming up? Well, you know, uh, I would say for you, there could be some tension or unresolved issues with the family. You might feel disconnected from your house, uh, or feel like you need to change something, feng shui, organize, declutter so that you can seek clarity. I was watching an episode. I forget what it was. Damn, what was that shit called? Anyways, the main point of what they were saying, when people have clutter everywhere, or it's just like just shit everywhere and they're just unorganized, that's an emotional thing. That's like a mental thing that's happening. So check, you revamp your space, it actually clears everything. You literally will feel like you have a clear mind. Try it, if you're not already like that. So, question that you want to ask yourself, because Chiron in Aries is going to expose your emotional security and your belonging. So you're going to really ask yourself, do you feel like you're yourself at home? Are there any past family roots that's keeping you from feeling grounded? Have you prioritizing external success over internal peace? You might want to ask yourself these things. If this was playing out in the fourth house for me, I would just see the energy of someone who is safe, secure, supported, you know, stable, loved, have all the peace in the world. Your reality will reflect that. And especially if you're visualizing all of this, your ideal home life. What would a day in a life look like for you? Create an episode for yourself. What would from morning till night, what would your days look like? Okay, whether this is healing, with your family or just moving into your dream space. Now, physically, what you can do, as I stated earlier, I would declutter your space, maybe reconnect with loved ones, maybe rewrite the script for them. Like if they hurt you in the past, rewrite the script. Okay, give them a future, things happening all at once. Rewrite the script and watch who you receive. Watch what character is in front of you. Okay, you know, reconnect with them once they do that, and then just create an environment that makes you feel secure. Create a little peace, a little sanctuary for yourself. Because if you don't ride this wave, you're gonna keep carrying emotional baggage without feeling it, and you just might feel restless, and you won't take action to create peace for yourself that your soul is craving. So, even your family or your home drama will keep playing out, and you're gonna have to face it every single day. And you don't want that, right? So try Aquarius rising. So Aquarius is happening in third house. She's a bird. So your voice and mindset are just this is a house of communication. Mercury rules this house. So this is like learning new things, your thoughts, your words might have been out of alignment. So this transit is going to make you notice that. Like for example, this communication can cause so much tension and arguments. So your words, right? You might be questioning your old ways of thinking. Are your beliefs actually helping you? You might be revisiting conversations or even projects from the past. So I would take Chiron and Aries because Chiron is going to expose how you express yourself and also confidence that you have within your voice and your throat chakra. So, for example, I would ask, like, do you hesitate to say what you really think? Have you been feeding yourself negative self-talk without realizing it? Are you afraid of speaking up for yourself because people used to criticize you in the past or no one listened to you before? So what you want to do to make some major power moves in this house is you just want to speak life into yourself. This is where you can add your emotional conviction with some affirmations on what you want to experience, not what you fear, and reprogram your thoughts. They're unprogrammed to reprogram them. And catch those negative loops, replace them with something empowering for yourself. Now, to make this a little bit easier, it would help to journal those affirmations, or if you have an affirmation journal already, or maybe start with a passion project. Maybe have like a deep conversation with someone that you trust, or a deep conversation with yourself, you know? Maybe film yourself, listen to yourself speaking, own your voice. Ooh, and my light just went out. Sorry. Um, yeah, own your voice. Okay. Because if you don't write this way, you might talk yourself out of your own blessings. You might struggle to communicate effectively. You might create unnecessary drama. Okay. Your mind will stay stuck in limiting beliefs and experiencing negative things. When you have then you expand, right? And last but not least, because clearly my light is gonna stay on, we're gonna do Pisces rising. So I think so this is happening in your second house. This is your money, your self-worth are all under review, honey. Okay. So this is, your security. Not only just your relationship with money, um, your confidence. Okay. This transit is gonna force you to level. Excuse my light, you guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know where my plug is at. So you might be questioning your financial habits. Are you playing it safe, or are you sabotaging yourself? Your worth, okay, issues might resurface. Do you truly believe you deserve abundance? Money from the past reappearing like old debts or old opportunities. What's up, TJ? Unexpected checks. Okay. So what I would do is use Chiron's work. Chiron's going to expose your value, your financial security. So ask yourself, do you how much you make? Are you scared of financial success because of past struggles? You know what's funny? A lot of people are scared of success or fame. Fame's gonna come because they see how all that shit's playing out with blue checkers and all the famous people. They see the world, like they see, and so scared. Ask yourself these questions. Do you believe you can easily receive abundance? Okay. So what I would do is just really assume you're already rich. Carry yourself like money flows to you effortlessly. Okay. Um, there is a loop. You can create your own life, but there's a money affirmation loop I have on my playlist. I think it's on this channel, or it might be on my TV channel. Um, and it's like there's also so many people out there like online that have their own songs, like positive affirmation songs as well. So just visualize yourself being free, feeling the relief. You have money gives you options, right? Just know that you have the options, the joy, the security. And then physically, what you want to do right now is set a money plan, invest in yourself. Act like the wealthy version of you now. You know how people with money, guess what they never talk about? Money. They never think about like that because they know they have it. So if you have that mindset of knowing you already have it, then if not, you're gonna stay stuck in that loop of scarcity thinking, and you're just gonna continue to work hard for money, you're gonna receive it, and that's where the financial stress is gonna come instead of the financial freedom. So doubting your worth, you're gonna block your blessings. Remember, You are the creator, so act like it.